After playing through Dead Space 2 4 times, spending 25 hours in it, and earning the Platinum Trophy, I can say with certainty that Dead Space 2 is an awesome game. The atmosphere is what instantly jumps out and grabs you first thing. In the starting options, you can raise the brightness, but there will always be large shadowy areas. If you stand in one place, especially in Chapter 10, you'll start to hear voices whispering, speaking an impossible language that sends your blood temperature to icy levels. Necromorphs stir and twitch in areas just out of reach. Some run away, others come at you head on, and some wait for your back to be turned before jumping out and engaging you. Each necromorph has a unique call-out noise associated with what type it is, a useful hint to pick up early on. The Sprawl is a believable city, and quite large. The campaign brings you to a wide variety of places including the hospital, apartment complex, factory, abandoned solar arrays, mine shafts, and crisp clean government buildings which don't stay clean for long. The Sprawl, orbiting the ever-present Saturn, feels like a very real place. And while the sudden necromorph outbreak takes over everything a bit too quickly for my taste, I still find myself having to remember, oh yeah, I'm in space, and outside that window is Saturn. It never beats it into your head that you're in space, and I was very glad that it chose not to. Story was a surprisingly strong point as well. The hero Isaac is still recovering from the torturous adventure aboard the Ishimura, and has been taken captive by shady characters. This doesn't last long, however. Very soon after the introduction, you find another necromorph outbreak is happening and killing everyone aboard the Sprawl. You escape the mental asylum and have strange hallucinations of your dead girlfriend, Nicole. I love these, as Isaac over the course of the 7-hour single player must come to the grips that she's dead, gone forever. You meet some other survivors, one short-lived ally, a fellow patient who claims he knows how to destroy the marker, and another engineer-like character named Ellie, whom you grow close to. Cutscenes are quick, which is a plus since you can't skip them. Voices are all great, and Isaac is well done, this time as a speaking character, which I prefer vastly over silent protagonists. As far as what you'll be doing while this goes on, it's the usual combat you'd expect if you played the original Dead Space. Third-person, survival horror, dismemberment shooter, or something along those lines. You use improvised engineered tools to dismember the necromorphs you encounter, blast out blue stasis to slow down enemies and environmental hazards, and a force-like power that lets you pick up random crap and spear threats or boxes. With a mix of weapons, both old and new, an upgradable system powered by the nodes, lots of credits to gather to buy new things, new suits to buy, and puzzles to solve, there's a lot to keep you occupied in Dead Space 2. It's fun, and that's the bottom line. All you really need to know. Play this game. It's great. You don't necessarily need to play Dead Space to understand it, since the main menu has a quick video that helps you catch up on everything important you may have missed. New Game Plus lets you bring over all your upgrades and inventory to a new game on a different difficulty, and the hardcore difficulty is most definitely only for the best of the best. Hardcore is basically a bit tougher than Zealot, but you have no New Game Plus advantage, and no checkpoints. Instead, you can save 3 times over the entire game, and when you die, you restart from your last save. Choose the spots wisely, and stick with the weapon you feel most comfortable using. Dead Space 2 isn't exactly mind-blowing with what it does, or makes me cry with its story, but it's still an amazing game. I just could not stop playing, and even now, with the Platinum behind me, want to jump in with the Severed DLC and a New Game Plus in hardcore mode. It's just that good of a game. Overall, I would give Dead Space 2 a 9.0 out of 10.